Okay, so today we're diving into the future of the internet.
Right.
Like a future where AI is doing way more than just, playing music. We're
Right.
talking like booking trips, ordering groceries, like actually running our lives.
Yeah.
But how do we get there from like where we are now?
Yeah, it's a journey.
Yeah.
You see, right now, the way most AI agents access information on the web is it's kind of like trying to understand a foreign language, but like just listening to random words.
Okay, that doesn't sound very efficient.
No, not at all.
No.
A lot of AI agents rely on this thing called web scraping.
Okay.
So imagine trying to get recipe instructions by like copying and pasting the entire web page's text.
Oh, wow.
It's messy, right?
Yeah.
And websites change all the time.
Yeah.
So that information you just scraped, they can get outdated really fast.
Yeah, and I imagine it's a huge pain for developers who are like constantly having to update their AI agents
Exactly.
to keep up with those changes.
Huge headache for developers. And
Yeah.
not to mention all the legal gray areas of like scraping data without permission.
Oh, right.
It's kind of like rummaging through someone's mailbox for a specific letter.
Okay.
Instead of just like ringing the doorbell and asking for it.
Right. Yeah, just like knocking on the door and being like, hey, can I get that piece of information, please?
Exactly.
Instead of just like taking it.
Yeah.
So how do we go from this kind of clunky, inefficient system to one where AI agents are just like smoothly interacting with websites and getting things done?
This is where this thing called the UIM protocol comes in.
Okay.
Unified Intent Mediator.
Okay.
You can think of it like a universal language for AI agents and web services.
Okay.
So instead of like clunky scraping or trying to like mimic human behavior, UIM provides this like clear and standardized way for AI agents to communicate their needs and for those websites to respond efficiently.
So it's like everyone's finally speaking the same language,
Exactly.
leading to much smoother communication.
Smoother communication. And that means some really cool benefit. Like imagine your AI assistant can not only book you a flight, but it also considers your dietary restrictions.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Automatically add some cool activities to your itinerary.
Mm.
Even notify you about like travel disruptions all automatically.
That's awesome.
That's the power of the UIM.
Okay, that sounds impressive, but like how does it actually work in practice? Is it really that different from what we have now?
It's a fundamental shift.
Okay.
So let's break it down.
Okay.
UIM revolves around this concept of intents.
Okay.
So imagine you walk into a restaurant and instead of this like really confusing menu, you see a clear list of actions. Order food, reserve table, get directions.
Right.
These are like intents.
Yeah.
Each intent is like this specific action an AI agent might want to perform on a website.
So in the context of UIM intents, are these predefined actions that both the AI agents and the websites understand?
Exactly.
Right.
Let's say you want your AI assistant to find you some new running shoes.
Okay.
With UIM, the website might have like a search products intent. With parameters like shoe type, size, color, even like preferred brands.
Right.
Your AI assistant just provides those parameters and voila.
Easy.
The website handles the rest.
Wow.
No more messy scraping or trying to like mimic human clicks and scrolls.
So it's like ordering from a menu instead of having to cook the entire meal yourself.
Exactly.
You know exactly what you're getting, and it's much faster and less error-prone.
Perfect analogy.
And speaking of getting things right, UIM also addresses a major concern in the world of AI agents: security.
Yeah.
Because letting these digital agents loose on our data without any safeguards could be a recipe for disaster.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
UIM takes security very seriously.
Okay.
And they do this through this combination of Open Digital Rights Language, or ODRL,
Okay.
and Policy Adherence Tokens,
All right.
or PTs.
Okay.
Now, I know those sound like a mouthful.
But stay with me, folks. We're going to break it down.
Okay, so imagine PTs as like digital passports.
Yeah.
Just like a passport verifies your identity and lets you travel to different countries, a PAO verifies an AI agent's identity
Right.
and grants it permission to access certain data or perform certain actions on a website.
So it's like a VIP pass that says, this AI agent is authorized to access this information,
Yes.
but only within these specific boundaries.
Yeah, exactly.
I like it.
And those boundaries are defined using that ODRL,
Okay.
which you can think of as a set of rules or agreements.
Right.
They outline things like what data the AI agent can access,
Okay.
how often it can make requests,
Right.
and what it's allowed to do with the information it retrieves.
So ODRL sets the ground rules and PAO act as the enforcers.
Yes,
Making sure the AI agents play by the rules.
it's a really powerful combination
Yeah.
that ensures secure and compliant interactions between these AI agents and web services.
Cool.
And this focus on security is one of the key reasons experts believe UIM has the potential to revolutionize the way we interact with the web.
It sounds like UIM is creating this much-needed framework for a future where AI agents are just seamlessly integrated into our digital lives.
It's about laying the groundwork for a future where AI can really reach its full potential.
Yeah.
Not just in terms of what it can do, but how it can benefit all of us.
Okay. I'm definitely getting the sense that UIM is a big deal.
Yeah.
But let's zoom out for a second, talk about the bigger picture here.
Okay.
What are some of the real-world implications of this technology?
Right.
Like, what kind of impact could it have on businesses, individuals, and just the internet as a whole?
That's where things get really interesting.
Okay.
From personalized shopping experiences to streamlined business processes,
Yeah.
the possibilities are practically endless.
So we're talking about a future where instead of me, like, endlessly browsing ASOS,
Yeah.
my AI assistant could be like, here are clothes tailored to your style and budget.
Right.
Or even just handle my weekly grocery shopping.
Exactly.
Make sure my fridge is always stocked.
Yeah, it goes beyond just like shopping too.
Okay.
Imagine businesses being able to automate complex tasks,
Right?
like processing invoices, managing those customer interactions, or even like analyzing market trends, all thanks to these AI agents that can just seamlessly access and process data from all these different sources.
So UIM could be like a huge game changer for productivity
Absolutely.
and efficiency.
It's about freeing up human time and resources so we can focus on more creative and strategic endeavors and let AI kind of take care of the repetitive or those time-consuming tasks.
So AI doing all the boring stuff.
Exactly.
Humans doing the fun stuff.
Yes.
Now, we've talked a lot about the benefits, but I'm sure some listeners are like, how much of this is theoretical? How far along is UIM in its development?
Yeah, that's a fair question. UIM is definitely still an evolving technology,
Okay.
but it's already more robust than you might think.
Okay.
Like we've been talking about these basic interactions, but UIM is designed to handle a lot more complex scenarios.
Okay, so like what kind of next level interactions are we talking?
Okay, think about like booking a trip.
Okay.
It's not just about booking a flight. You might need to reserve a hotel, arrange transportation, even find something fun to do at your destination.
Right.
That's like a multi-step process that involves like interacting with all these different websites and services.
Right now, that's a job for like multiple apps.
Yes.
And a whole lot of clicking around.
Exactly. And with UIM, all of that can be handled by your AI assistant
Oh.
through what we call multi-step intents.
Okay.
So instead of that single intent for a simple action, UIM allows for this sequence of interconnected intents, creating this like streamlined workflow.
So it's like having this super efficient travel agent working behind the scenes,
Right.
handling all the details, making sure everything runs smoothly.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
That's kind of what we all want, right?
Yeah. And the beauty of UIM is that it can handle like varying levels of complexity and context awareness.
Context awareness.
Yeah.
Unpack that a little bit for me.
Okay, so context awareness refers to the AI agent's ability to understand and respond to the specific details and nuances of a request.
Okay.
So imagine you're asking your AI assistant for restaurant recommendations.
Okay.
A simple request might be like, find me Italian restaurants near me.
Yeah.
The AI assistant doesn't need a lot of context to fulfill that request.
Right. You can just pull up a list
Yeah,
of
so
nearby Italian restaurants.
Now imagine saying this, find me a romantic Italian restaurant for my anniversary dinner. It should have vegan options for my partner and be within walking distance because we're taking a taxi to the theater afterwards.
Okay, that's way more specific.
Yeah, that's a lot of context.
Yeah. Now the AI assistant needs to consider
Right.
like my anniversary, dietary preferences,
Exactly.
location, even my mode of transportation afterwards,
All of that to suggest the best restaurant.
to suggest the perfect restaurant.
Exactly. And UIM provides the tools for both scenarios.
Okay.
For simple requests with like low context awareness, basic interactions are enough. But for those high complexity, high context situations,
Yeah.
UIM offers these context-aware requests
Okay.
and complex workflows.
So context-aware requests allow the AI agents to provide those like extra details.
Yes.
Those little things that help the web service understand the user's needs on like a deeper level.
Exactly. And complex workflows take it a step further
Okay.
by enabling AI agents to orchestrate these complex tasks that involve multiple intents, multiple web services, and a lot of data processing behind the scenes.
It's like the difference between asking for directions and then having like a personalized itinerary
Yeah.
that factors in like traffic, weather, even like my preferred routes.
Perfect analogy.
Wow. Okay, so with UIM already capable of handling these complex interactions, are we talking like far off future, or is this something we might experience sooner rather than later?
Well, mass adoption might still be a few years away,
Okay.
but the building blocks are already in place.
Okay.
What's really exciting is that UIM isn't some like closed-door project.
Right.
It's an open source initiative
Yeah.
that encourages collaboration and innovation.
So developers around the world are actively involved in shaping the future of UIM.
Absolutely. They're contributing code, coming up with new ideas, and finding creative ways to implement UIM into their projects.
Cool.
This open and collaborative approach is what makes UIM so promising.
Yeah.
It's not just one company's vision.
Right.
It's a collective effort to like build a better internet for everyone.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
It sounds like UIM has the potential to democratize access to sophisticated AI interactions,
right.
making it easier for businesses of all sizes to really leverage this technology.
Exactly. And it's not just about businesses.
Right. Yeah.
Individual developers can also harness the power of UIM
Okay.
to create new and innovative applications that we haven't even thought of yet.
Wow.
The possibilities are truly limitless.
I'm starting to see why you're so excited about this.
Yeah.
It's not just about a technical protocol.
Right.
It's about the potential for positive change.
Yes.
And creating something truly groundbreaking. But let's shift gears a bit
Okay.
and talk about the economic side of things.
Sure.
We touched upon the monetization potential earlier,
Yeah.
but with UIM poised to become such a significant part of the internet,
Right.
what kind of economic impact can we expect to see?
That's a great question. And it's one that's gotten a lot of attention.
Yeah.
The cool thing about UIM is that it doesn't just benefit users and developers.
Okay.
It also opens up all these new avenues for revenue generation and economic growth.
So we're not just talking about making things more efficient.
Right.
We're talking about like creating new business models.
Yes, new business models and opportunities.
Okay, cool.
Let's start with AI agents.
Okay.
With UIM, developers and companies creating AI agents can explore a bunch of monetization strategies.
Okay.
They could offer like subscription-based models where users pay like a recurring fee for access to their AI assistance capabilities.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like subscribing to a streaming service, but instead of like movies and TV shows, I'm getting access to this powerful AI assistant
Exactly.
to handle my tasks, make
Yeah.
my life easier.
Precisely. Or they could adopt like a pay-per-use model
Okay.
where users are charged a small fee for each task the AI agent completes for them.
So like a commission for a job well done.
Exactly. And of course, there's the potential for like data analytics and insights.
Oh, yeah.
AI agents interacting through UIM will gather all this data about user behavior and preferences.
Right.
This data can be anonymized and aggregated to provide valuable market insights,
Right.
which can then be monetized through partnerships or consulting services.
So it's not just about like completing tasks, it's about
Mhm.
understanding the why behind those tasks
Yes.
and using that information to provide even more value.
Exactly. And let's not forget about the web services themselves.
Oh, right. Yeah, of course.
UIM creates new revenue streams for them as well.
Okay, so
For example, they could offer premium APIs with enhanced features and data access for AI agents,
okay.
charging a fee for access to those premium services.
So it's like offering a VIP experience for AI agents willing to pay a little extra for the best service.
Exactly. Or they could even implement like a tiered system
Okay.
where basic interactions are free,
Right.
but those more complex or resource-intensive requests come at a cost.
It's about finding that balance between providing valuable services for free while also creating those sustainable revenue models that support innovation
Exactly.
and development.
The key takeaway here is that UIM isn't just a technological innovation.
Yeah.
It's an economic catalyst.
Wow.
It can reshape the digital landscape, create new markets, and drive economic growth across a bunch of different sectors.
It's like the early days of e-commerce.
Yes.
Where businesses were just starting to grasp the potential of selling stuff online.
Right.
UIM has that same kind of transformative potential, but this time it's about the exchange of information and the automation of tasks through AI.
I completely agree. And as with any like emerging technology,
Right.
there's going to be challenges and hurdles to overcome.
Of course.
But the potential rewards, both in terms of technological advancement and economic prosperity, are just too big to ignore.
It's exciting to think like how this could change things for startups too.
Yeah.
Give them access to the same powerful tools as like the big tech companies.
That's a really good point.
Yeah,
It could create like a more level playing field in the digital world,
totally.
which I think we can all agree would be a good thing.
Yeah. For sure.
More competition is always good for innovation, right?
Absolutely. So for our listeners who are like, okay, this is cool, I want to learn more about UIM,
Yeah.
maybe I even want to get involved,
Right.
where should they start?
Well, a great starting point would be the UIM protocol website.
Okay.
It's got tons of information.
Right.
Technical documentation, tutorials. They even have FAQs that explain those really complex concepts in a way that's easy to understand.
So something for everyone.
Exactly.
From experienced developers to people who are just curious about AI.
Exactly. And for those who really want to get their hands dirty with the code,
Yeah.
the UIM protocol is hosted on GitHub.
Okay, cool.
That's where you can look at the source code, contribute to the development, and collaborate with a bunch of other people from around the world.
It sounds like an awesome opportunity to be a part of something huge.
It really is. And it's not just about writing code either.
Right.
There are a ton of ways to contribute.
Okay.
You can write documentation, help translate the website, or even just spread the word about UIM and what it can do.
Right.
Every little bit helps.
I love that UIM embraces this collaborative open source approach.
Yeah.
It really shows the power of people working together.
Absolutely. It's
Yeah.
about bringing together the best minds in tech to build a better future for everyone.
Well said.
Thanks.
Well, on that note, I think that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the world of UIM. Hopefully our listeners now have a better understanding of what it is, how it works, and why it matters.
I agree. And I think we all agree that AI agents accessing information through web scraping has some serious problems.
Yeah, trying to understand a language just by listening to random words.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Total mess.
UIM offers a real solution to that.
Yeah, it really seems like it lays the groundwork for a future where AI can be really beneficial.
Yeah, where it can reach its full potential.
Without all those downsides.
For sure, and it's not just theoretical, it's already happening.
Yeah, and that's what's really exciting.
We're not just talking about some far-off future.
Right, it's happening now.
This is stuff that's being developed and implemented as we speak.
So to our listeners, if this deep dive sparked your curiosity, don't stop here.
Yeah, keep exploring.
Check out those resources we talked about. Join the UIM community.
You might even be the one who develops the next killer app using UIM.
Exactly.
That's what I'm excited for.
That's what I love about technology.
Yeah, me too.
The possibilities are endless. It's always changing, always evolving.
That's right. So keep exploring, keep learning, and we'll catch you on the next episode of The Deep Dive.